The female gaze trend is leaving men completely lost. A video by Thai Boogie Podcast. All right, man. Let's get into this video and see what it's about.
Guys need to understand the difference between the male and the female gaze.
Looking at Duke Dennis from the female gaze, what gets me is that women who only like girls go crazy over him. I think that right there should tell you everything about him.
Originally, women were finding this very attractive in the comments, and now they're calling it creepy. But why?
So every day I'm getting closer and closer to feeling like I'm achieving unk status. See, I'm only 29, so I'm a little bit in denial. Know what I mean? But yo, these new words y'all be coming out with really be making me feel old. Like the other day I was texting one of my bros and he texted me IDGT. I looked at my phone and say, what?
IDGT. IDGT. I don't got time. I think that's what it is. Let's see.
What? I literally texted him back, yo, bro, I don't know what that means. I had to search it on Google, everything. Google gave me something else. I had to say, no, in slang, Google. Give me the acronym in slang. I don't get tired. And I just wondered why he ain't text that. I'm really out here feeling like a bro. And today's no different. I always knew that ladies' perception of attractiveness was different from a man's perception on attractiveness, just off of the way that they judge each other. Like, fellas, you ever heard a lady say, oh, she is so gorgeous, she is so pretty, and then you look and you're like, I'm not really seeing the attraction there. So the new phrase for that is called the female gaze. And people are going viral right now for explaining the female gaze, what they find attractive in men versus what men think they find attractive. Check this out right here.
Guys need to understand the difference between the male and the female gaze. A lot of men want to get shredded and look like Chris Bumstead. And they think when they get shredded and look like Chris Bumstead, the hoe should just be flooded in. If you look at top fitness influencers like Shizzy, D-Tren, most of their audience is 18 to 25-year-old dudes. I'd argue maybe 10% of their following is women. Now, I'm not saying these influencers made content with the hopes of just getting women. No, it's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you decide to go down the path of trying to look as swole as possible, thinking you're going to get girls, that's not the actual best way.
Yeah, I think that even bodybuilders admit that like, even unless it's a girl who's into bodybuilders, you're not really going to get women when you're crazy buff. You're just not. It's not really attractive. Like, you know, really and truly, girls like a lean, fit dude rather than a buff dude. Like, if you could get a low body fat percentage, a flat stomach, some muscle and stuff like that, like you just look like you work out, you'll be fine. And I think I had to learn that because I thought I had to look like a Chris Bumstead to get women or get girls. But really and truly, I just got to look like I work out and not be too crazy fat. So, yeah, it really is. Most of the time, guys who are crazy big is just them trying to mask their own insecurities. Not saying that that's Chris Bumstead specifically, but most guys, because they overly attach themselves to the size of like their physique. But let's keep it going.
See, that's how we value each other based off how swole we are, what's our bench, what's our deadlift, etc.
Sure.
But in reality,
God damn it. I'll edit this out.
if you want to get some girls, you follow this method. For example, he never talks about his physique. He never talks about what supplements he's taking and his workout routine for his shoulders. You know what he does talk about? Mental health. You know what you do see? His dogs. His page is centered around mental health, dogs, loving yourself, etc.
Sure.
And those are the things that women love. I guarantee you his
dogs, mental health. What did he say?
etc. And those mental health, dogs, loving yourself.
Mental health, dogs, loving yourself. Is that what girls love? Nah, I don't think that's what girls love.
Etc.
Girls just love a guy who's confident. Like, they don't really give a fuck about that shit. Like, I think this is a way to cast a wide net. You know what I mean? Which I guess it technically is like stuff that girls love, but it's not what's gonna keep a girl. Like a girl isn't gonna love you because you love your dog. A girl isn't gonna love you because you love yourself. You know? Well, I guess in a way. Yeah, mental health. I argue that bro, girls don't have good mental health. That might be controversial, but it's facts. Girls don't really care about that. They care about a guy who's confident more than anything. Like, I think this, however, this archetype that he's describing is a way to cast a wide net if you are somebody who is somewhat attractive and you're trying to get a lot of women through social media. Like, if you do want to cast a wide net, like dogs, mental health, and loving yourself, those are like very female-driven niches. So, fair. Let's keep it going.
And those are the things that women love. I guarantee you his following is about 60 or 50% women easily. Do you see the difference? Bodybuilders, 18 to 25-year-olds, 90% men, versus this guy, probably more than half or half women, and attractive ones. So if you're trying to do this content shit and you're mostly doing it for girls, do things for the female gaze, mental health, loving yourself, cleaning, dogs, etc. I hope that cleared things up.
I feel like doing anything for anyone other than yourself is a losing game, though. That's just me personally. Like, don't do stuff on social media for women. Like, do it because you do enjoy it. Like, if you do enjoy bodybuilding, then do that. But if you are doing stuff to essentially get women or to get girls, then girls are going to sniff that out. And I think it's best that you just don't do that because it comes off as inauthentic. But let's keep it going.
One thing that you have to understand as a man is the female gaze. What this is, a lot of guys get confused what's attractive to other men than what's attractive to girls. So a lot of guys end up doing things like growing a big scruffy beard, getting all big and bulky, just appealing to the look of other guys, what they think is attractive. Then these guys sit back and question, like, why am I not getting any girls? Well, the reason why you're not getting any girls is because you don't appeal to the female gaze. The thing is, with the male gaze, you're appealing to a woman who specifically like that look, whether it's the big scrolly look, the scruffy beards and stuff like that. A female gaze is appealing to most women. That's why it's the universal way that every guy should try to model their looks after. This consists of being lean, having a clean look, you know, like mustache, goatee, or shorter beard. Simply just not doing too much with your look and kind of having that pretty boy aesthetic. Think about all the guys that these girls be simping over on social media and stuff like that. Michael B. Jordan, remember Kelly Oubre. You got Keith Powers, Lando off All-American. These are all examples of dudes that fit that aesthetic. Most girls are not attracted to that big, bulky dude with the long, scruffy beard, bro, and just all types of nonsense tattoos. These things appeal to the male gaze, but when you appeal to the female gaze, you'll open yourself up to a broader amount of girls and just being universally attracted instead of being niche attracted.
So I think that was a well articulated way of the female and the male gaze, which is kind of odd that people are just kind of normalizing like guys. When they talk about the male gaze, like you're talking about what is attractive through the lens of a male. It's like, it's kind of pause. But I understand what he's getting at because really and truly, bro, it's not until you start going to the gym that you see like it really do just be guys trying to impress other guys. Like it's not, it's not like most people think that when you start lifting and you start gaining some muscle and stuff like that, that girls just miraculously come, but they don't. Like they really don't. That's why you gotta do shit for you, bro. But the female gaze, I understand it. But you don't need to do that to get girls. But let's keep watching the video, and I'll give more of what I think about it all.
No amount of money and no amount of muscles can unlame a weak personality. So
Very
yeah,
true.
people might flock around you. Once they actually talk to you and realize there's no real substance there, yeah, people are not going to want to stick around. But this idea of the female gaze is kind of interesting because if you're trying to get an insight of what the ladies see, this might get you a little bit closer to it.
This about to sound very gay of me, but I love when titties just
What's she talking
titty.
about?
And they don't even have
What
to
did
be
she say?
very gay of me, but I love when titties just titty. And they don't even have to be big. I just saw this video of this woman with itty bitties in this very nice dress, and they were just sitting.
Bro, it's so crazy how girls could just be gay, like openly, and not be gay, you know? I was about to say something else, wild, but I'm not even about to go there. Whatever you thought I was going to say, I was going to say, but I'm not going to say it because I'm not that. Let's keep it going.
Like, it's really a marvel, like something just to look at. And I love that
I do love what she's talking about. I do love when a titty just titty, bro. That shit be, you know what I mean? I love me a good tit. Even though I'm an ass guy. Ass all day. But let's keep it going.
woman, because I could look without being a creep, because ooh, when titty ain't nothing like a titty, and I swear for God.
A man that understands the female gaze will always build a following very fast and make a lot of money off of it. When you understand what type of videos you need to make, especially, it's really easy for men because they could just sit there and talk into the camera and women will be like, oh my God, she's beautiful. But what's so genius about him is he understands that him having a very clean cut style, taking videos at the bookstore, look like he's well-mannered, going to get women like nobody's business. Him taking pictures, looking like a family man. He's just taking it. And then even still showing a little bit of his body. You know what I'm saying? He looks good. He's well shaped. But the crazy and the best thing about him is he doesn't have a six pack. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's in great shape. Like, he doesn't need it. Like, he has 1 million followers. And he has more followers than men who have what is considered the perfect physique in a man's eyes. But this genius knows he doesn't need that he is great as is, and this is what works for women. 9 times out of 10, a woman is looking at your arms at the end of the day, looking at his hands.
I can see how this works online, like when somebody's just scrolling on your Instagram page, but does that same man, no Instagram page, get that same kind of love in real life? And I
don't think they do. I seen this is bad pause, but like in LA, bro, you see like 20 of that dude like just walking the street. Like, I think he, knows how to market himself and position himself to be, aesthetically pleasing on social. But yeah, there's so much more that goes into getting love from women or the opposite sex that people that don't really understand. And social media is the reason why a lot of people think that, social media and real life is the same. But it's not. You know what I mean? But let's keep it going.
The reason why I asked that is because you could take a brother just like that, put him on a Pop the Balloon show, and I will question, will they appreciate all those small aesthetics about him, or will they see him, notice all these perfections, I guess, in a lady's eyes, and then still look for the thing that's wrong with him? So I don't know, that it's so subjective when we get to this female gaze thing, because is there really a set look like that?
I don't think there's a set look. I really think it just comes down to confidence. If I'm supposed to boil it down to one specific thing, like, girls just like guys who are confident, bro. And I think that the bulky look isn't really attractive to the opposite sex. But if you understand that if I just look like I'm in shape, I have a lean physique, not swole, but lean, I look athletic and I'm confident and I carry myself nice and I'm respectful and calm, you'll get women easily. And just put yourself in a position to meet women. But yeah, the female gaze is never listen to girls on how to get girls. You know what I mean? Because they don't know what the hell they like. That's just honesty. Like, I think the whole female gaze BS, like, guys who understand what actually gets women like aroused or what women find attractive, it all boils down to confidence. Like, people like to talk about Duke Dennis and stuff like that. Duke Dennis is a regular looking dude. Now, he got money and status and stuff like that, but those things, that is his way of casting a wide net. You know what I mean? Like, money and status is going to put you in front of many more women. You know what I mean? But The thing that attracts women to him is the fact that he is sure of himself. He's confident. He commands his own space. That's what girls like. Like, they don't really give a fuck about all of this extra fluff. Like, the money, the status, all of those things, they're cool, but they're add-ons. You know, they don't keep the girl. They get the girl, but they don't keep the girl. You being confident is really all that you need to care about. But let's keep it going.
That guy said earlier in the video, women like that clean, soft look. I've seen women on the Pop the Balloon show call a straight man gay because he doesn't fit any type of street appearance. And then some women even say, don't date pretty boys because then that'll make you look less pretty.
Yes, don't date pretty men. Why would you want that?
That just goes to show you that women don't know what the hell they want. They don't know what the hell they want. And she's speaking from her own preconceived notion about the relationships that she has where she got hurt by a pretty boy. She's like, yeah, don't date him because I got hurt from a pretty boy. So watch out, sister. But let's keep it going.
All it's going to do is neutralize your beauty. You ain't even going to be pretty standing next to him no more. You're just going to be regular.
That don't even make sense.
All right? When you stand next to an attractive man and you're an attractive woman, now you're just regular.
I pray for any woman that's out here listening to Sheer Seven's advice and taking it and running. But this goes to show what kind of women you'll attract by having a certain kind of aesthetic about yourself. Like if you're going for a future look versus something calm like a Jalen Hurts kind of look, the type of women that you're going to attract will vary. But I think this video right here could break it down perfectly for you.
Okay, so a video recently went viral with this guy from the Pop the Balloon Challenge. He was leading with his money, going really heavy about all the money he got rejected. Everybody was saying, oh, you women don't like when you lead with money and stuff like that. It's a way to do everything, and he just needed the right audience. So let's talk about it. The highest maintenance black girls are the bad and bougie black girls, elegant high class black girls. He would have did excellently with them. Okay. Excellent. Trust me, when they act like that, it's for a reason. He would have did really good with the bad and bougie types. The elegant high class types, you can't move like that. The positive for him with that is their maintenance is really similar. They get their nails done, they get their hair done, they get waxes, they get facials, they get their teeth whitening, they get lashes. Their maintenance is very similar. Two completely different aesthetics, though. Two completely different aesthetics. This does not work well with her. If he wants to get a girl more elegant and more class in her, he'll have to tone it down. He's going to change his costume a bit. You know, hit it with this a little bit.
I don't like that.
And by this, I mean pretty much same thing, but toned down. You see, tuck it in, pull the chains down a little bit. He'll be able to be more fluid with this one. This is giving a whole nother vibe. He's leading.
Bro, look at this man's chain. I'm sorry, I'm trying to go back.
You know, hit it with this a little bit. And by this, I mean pretty much same thing, but toned down. You see.
There we go. This is obnoxious. Who would ever need a chain that big? Like, but that just ties back into what I was saying earlier, where a lot of stuff that guys do is just to mask their insecurities. I have to show that I have so much money with the things that I wear in my jewelry because I really am a lame. That's what that says. He don't even know that that's what that says, but that's what that says, bro. Like, there was a point in time where I did want crazy chains like that, and I might still get one chain when I'm like up. But, bro, to get a chain that massive, one, it's not safe, but two, it just looks obnoxious. And they might not even be real, but let's keep it going.
Tuck it in, pull the chains down a little bit. He'll be able to be more fluid with this one. This is giving a whole nother vibe. He's leading, but she would have loved that. Sure. Okay, so people keep forgetting that black people are broken up by class heavily, okay? The suburban blacks versus the hood blacks, two different vibes, okay? Two different aesthetics, okay? So it doesn't matter what car he pull up in. They're not having it, okay? I'm gonna give personal experience. So I have two very opposite sides of the family. One of my group of my family come from this. Other group of my family heavily comes from this, okay? Sure. Let me pull out with him and bring him to the family cookout.
Not gonna
I promise you. I'm going to get a call as soon as 15 minutes after I leave. Your grandma's in the emergency room. What's going on? Yeah, when you brought Darrell, she smelled the weed on Darrell and she just passed out and they take him to the emergency room to check her lungs.
Sure.
I'd be like, first off, his name is Steven, okay? And second off, he didn't have no weed. Oh, it must have been fentanyl. It wasn't no fentanyl. Look, Joe, you can't come. Grandma's going to the emergency room, get checked out. You can't come.
Okay.
My best advice, stay in the middle, okay? You don't want to go full seasonless dweeb, okay?
Sure.
You don't want to do that. You also don't want to go full Ray in them. You don't.
Okay.
Right in the middle, give you a lot of fluidity. He could have did a lot better. Last thing I'm going to say, if he wants to leave with money, he has to invite to a high-end restaurant with the higher class. He can't just come out the mouth, oh, I got 30K. No. Invite her to a restaurant and make sure to put that name in it. Make sure to say something you know she know.
But do you need that, though? Which is why, like, I appreciate this girl giving this video and this take because I think it's very insightful. But these are not things that you necessarily need. You don't need to do this. Like, if a girl should know who you are by hanging out with you and how you live your life. Like, naturally, if you are a dude that has money, you're going to these high-end restaurants. But these are not things that you have to do to, like, these are things that you would do to impress a bird. And when I say a bird, a girl that is just like, she really is just there for the money. So, you know, but if you are like, you find a girl that's cool, she's attractive, you know, like, you don't gotta do all that. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna give more what I think at the end of the video.
Tell her the blue duck, you know, to something she know, okay? Then get the expensive gifts, shopping sprees, those big flower bouquet, you're fine. But he said he should have said, I want to take you out to and name the nicest date you can come up with. He'll be fine.
You gotta do that, bro.
And that's it.
She makes some of the best sociology breakdown. I definitely go check out her
that
page.
was a good breakdown.
_inspire on TikTok, bro. She got so many videos.
That was a good breakdown. Shout out to her.
So I will say this for myself. Back when I was in the game, nothing served me better than when I did the whole clean look. Like, I used to call those my good shoes. My homie be like, "Yo, what you wearing, bro?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm wearing my good shoes tonight." Now, I mean, I might put on my Cam Newton hat, and I usually like to have my clothes kind of fitted if I'm wearing that kind of outfit, so my muscles could show. But at the same time, I ain't got that bodybuilder build to the point where it look like I'm wearing my little brother's shirt or something like that. But if you in there and you trying to attract women and stuff like that, location matters. The outfit you wear for that location matters because the audience might change. Just like Shorty said in that breakdown right there, that first look with the chains and stuff like that, yeah, that's gonna attract women. You know what I mean? A certain class of women, not the kind of women I would want to attract. It'll really attract women that's gonna chase you for your money. But location definitely matters. But I would not advise anybody to go out just to attract women.
Agreed.
Be out here dressing a certain way just to attract women. Because if you're doing that with hopes that you'll get results by wearing those nice shoes and wearing that nice shirt, that opens up a huge door for letdown. Instead of you being able to appreciate this new style that you have, don't do it for them, do it for you. But understand what you may attract if you're gonna wear either or.
This video is the epitome of the female gaze. I don't know if there's anything sexier on this app than Jack Black singing Britney Spears, and I don't know if enough men understand that. Like, sure, there's the classically handsome Chris Evans, Jason Momoa types, but let me tell you, I would risk it all for Jack Black.
Okay, I'm gonna end the video here because now it's getting obnoxious. This is literally the epitome of why you should not listen to women when it comes to what the fuck they find attractive. What? Nigga? Bruh. Like, I'm cutting it at Jack Black. But if you do want to see the whole video, The Female Gaze Trend is Leaving Men Completely Lost by Ty Boogie, the Ty Boogie podcast. I probably will finish this video on my own, but for the sake of my video, I don't want this to be longer than 30 minutes. But man, okay. So the female gaze, I understand the difference between the female gaze and the male gaze. One, if you're a guy, stop listening to women about what they think that they want when it comes to just what they find attractive. They just like confidence. Every single video that you point that they are pointing to what they find attractive, it really just boils down to confidence. Why is she going so crazy, or why would she risk it all for Jack Black? It's not because he's doing anything spectacular in the video, but he's owning his energy. he's owning the fact that he's singing this song looking ridiculous because he doesn't give a fuck. He's confident. You know what I mean? Same thing with a guy like Duke Dennis. He's doing it in his own way. And I'm sure there's other guys who do it in their own way. They're not flaunting anything. They're not doing the braggadocious thing with the big chains and yeah, I got the rollie on the wrist. I got 30K in the bank. I could take you to this restaurant. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to do these things. And I think the reason why the female gaze is leaving a lot of guys confused is mainly because guys are doing things for the attention of women, and that's a losing game because, bro, girls are gonna sniff off desperation and they're gonna see that you're being inauthentic, and it's only so long that you could put on the front. If you are confident within yourself and you're sure about who you are, you don't gotta do all the extra shit. Sure, it's still nice to take girls to like nice restaurants, get her flowers and stuff like that, but that has to be a part of who you are naturally. It can't be, oh yeah, I want to do this to impress her. The minute that you try to impress a girl, you lost. You shouldn't try to impress shit. And when I say try to impress, you just have to do things from like the abundant mindset where you're like, look, I care about you. I want to express like how I feel about you. It's not really like, because when I think of like impressing somebody, it's more so like what's the word? I don't know, because if I'm thinking of it like if I'm trying to impress my girl, it's because I'm thinking that what I'm currently doing isn't enough, so I have to do more to kind of get her attention. But everything that I do from this point on, I'm doing as an extension of me. It's not me thinking like, oh yeah, I gotta do this to get her or to keep her, or I'm sorry, I gotta do this to, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I'm not articulating it well, but the whole premise of what I'm saying is that you shouldn't do things for the attention of others, and that includes women. Be confident in yourself, and I promise you, the women that you want, you know, be clean, be fit, don't be looking sloppy, smelly. You don't have to be super jacked, but it's also a plus if you are lean and in shape. So that's the simplest way I could put it, because I feel like the whole female gaze BS that they're trying to turn into a new trend or whatever, like, yeah, you just got to be confident, bro. There's a bunch of fat dudes like a Jack Black. Like they were talking about earlier in the video that, you know, you want to have this lean aesthetic. I'm sure Jack Black gets a bunch of women. Why? Because he's confident. He doesn't care. And that's how you should carry yourself if you're somebody who is confused as to what women like and stuff like that. They just like confidence, bro. And that's it. But yeah, I think that's about it. I think you guys should check out the rest of the video. It seems like a really good video. But yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.